Just gonna hold up sensei, so take a seat. Just let your weight settle. Start to empty your mind. Take a big deep breath in through your nose. Settle your weight down. Onegaishimasu. Okay, please stand up. We're just gonna start with a little bit of a, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So just start to shift your weight, lift and spread your toes. Just start to feel where you're at for today. Breathing in from the bottom of your feet up through your knees. Hug your belly to your spine. Bring all that breath up without lifting your shoulders. Imagine it going out the top of your head and then just kind of falling down like water on the outside of you. Again, lift and spread your toes, pressing down from the inside edge of your foot. As you shift your weight, you're aiming for ear over shoulder over hip, taking knee towards toes, knee towards toes. Check in with your arms and make sure that you're allowing them to move because you're moving from your center. Bend your knees and sink one more place, really connecting with the ground underneath you. Draw all of that breath up through the center of your foot, up through your knees, through your hips. Hug your belly to your spine, bring it all the way up your spine. Soften in your neck and jaw. Look out on the horizon in front of you. Settle your weight in, and big exhale. Allow that embrace of exhale to just fall down the outside of you like water. You can shake out your hands as you're moving. If you feel any hesitation, just notice it. Maybe slow down even more. Get really intentional with your movement as you shift your weight from side to side. With all of your inhales, see if you can start by pressing out all along your belt, making your whole abdomen from all sides get bigger as you fill up to be able to give yourself an opportunity for more space and air. Open up the floating ribs. Keep breathing and separating, giving space between all of the ribs. Allow your collarbones to broaden. Bring heart space forward. Let your shoulder blades drip down your back. See if you can ask your breath to soften a little bit more and just settle into the movement. Bring your feet a little bit closer together and just shake everything down. You don't really have to lift your feet off the ground, but just, yes. This is more of just a clearing. You're kind of letting everything that might be busy in your mind just shake its way down to the ground. So move. I'm going to go in a sideways view so that you can see what I'm doing this way. But from here, settle your weight down. Start to bend your knees towards your toes. Raise your arms up. Sink one more place. Fold forward, touching your rib cage to the top of your legs, and walk your hands forward. And from here, just start to pedal out your feet. Relaxing in your neck. Let your head fall. And without going all the way heels down in this position, just start to roll your ankles from side to side and press your hips back. Stop through center. There you go. From here, just lower your knees down before anything else. Press your hips back towards your ankles, pressing your hands and your knees away from each other. Just surrender the weight of your head down, relax between your shoulder blades. And then walk your hands out to one side, keeping your hips where they're at. Push your hands and hips away from each other. And again, surrender the weight of your head down. Start to walk back through center and out to the other side. Then come back to center and lift your hips off of your heels. So staying in this hands down and knees down position, you can keep active toes here or you can put your feet flat. Either way, it's up to you. Whatever is more comfortable. From here, on an inhale, lower your belly down and lift your head up, broadening between your hips. Exhale, lower your head down, take the center of your back all the way up. Inhale, lower belly down, broaden across your collarbones, open in heart space, take your shoulder blades on your back here. And exhale, head down, tailbone down. And just take a couple cycles of this at your own pace. When your belly is down and your head is up, you can pull your hands towards your knees. And as you take the center of your back up, push your hands and knees away from each other. Okay, then stop at a neutral spine here. Slowly start to lift your knees up. Curl your toes back under if they're not. Lift your knees up. Go head down, hips back. Then look forward, shift your weight forward, lower down, taking elbows towards your feet. Inhale up. Up to hands and knees. Lift your knees up. Slowly start to push your ankles back, head down, hips back. Start to shift your weight forward, lower down, taking elbows towards knees. Inhale up. Start to press one hip forward, then the other hip forward. All the way up to hands and knees. Lift your knees up and start to press your hips back, head down. Then shift your weight forward. Bring one knee into your chest and drop it down, fold it in front of you. Okay, from here, just start to rock into that hip that's bent, side to side. And surrender the weight of your chest down in front. If you want a little bit more here, you can lift up the back leg, grab it with one hand and bring it into your hip. Release that foot down, lower your chest down, and then press up with your hip or with your knee towards your chest and then kick it out behind you. Fold at the knee. Take a big inhale here, bring that side down. Pedal out your feet one more time. Then look forward, shift forward, bring the other leg forward, fold it in front of you, lower down. Surrender the weight of your chest forward, and then rock into that hip that's bent. And again, if it's in your practice, you can lift your torso back up, fold the back leg, wrap that hand around, and press your heel towards your hip. Lower that foot down. Surrender your weight one more time. Drag your hands back to frame the front leg and use everything to push your knee off the ground, and then kick it out behind you. Fold at the knee. And then bring that leg down. Okay, walk your feet up to your hands, and from here, bend your knees just slightly, lower the weight of your head down, hug your belly to your spine, and slowly start to straighten your leg and roll up from your lowest back. Come all the way through the top. Allow your shoulders to open, thumbs out to the side. Exhale all the way down, fold your knees. Start to lift your hips and go towards the straight leg. Hug your belly to your spine. Roll up from the lowest belly. And fold forward. Exhale all the way down. One more, raise your hip up. Hug your belly to your spine. Start to roll up. Good. Very good. Close my door real quick. Okay, so from here we're going to just do a little bit more breathing while standing. So from here, pedal out your feet one more time. Bend your knees just a little bit. Raise your arms above your head. Lower one down. Pull it back. Good. Now raise it up again and see how much further back you can take it. Good. Lower the other one down. Pull it back into the socket. Now raise it up. Okay. You're going to grab opposite elbow. Start to stand up straight and then twist to one side. Big inhale up through your feet, pushing out that top hand. Inhale, come back to center. Switch your hands out. Bend your knees one more place. Start to lift up and turn to the side. Inhale back to center. Shake everything down. Here, separate your feet. You're going to shift your weight from side to side like this, but your hands are going to move across your center first, then inhale, raise up, travel to the other side, then hands across your center again. Go. Fold forward so that your hands graze the ground. Raise them all the way up. Switch directions. Try to alternate directions. Stop through center, raise your arms all the way back. Turn your heels in towards your center line so that your toes are out at the 45. Bend your knees in sync, elbows to the inside of your knees. Lift your torso up just a little bit. Slide your hands to the top of your thighs and use them to help you twist and turn. Look over one shoulder. Use your hands to help you press your legs away from each other. You can also slide your palms closer up to your hip, and you can roll the flesh to the outside to get some stretch into the thigh muscles. Twist to the other side. Then lower your hands down, turn your heels out, and then press hips back, head down. Release the weight of your head here. And then as you start to look up and forward, press back just one more place. Then turn your heels in towards your midline and come back to elbows on knees. Okay, put your hands down on the ground. You're going to shift your weight to one side, toes up on the extended leg. And press up to the other side. Sorry, dudes. I'm back.
Anna?
Yeah.
I think you're still on mute.
I am. Thank you. All right.
No problem.
All right. Bring your knees together, make some big circles. Switch directions. Then come all the way down to the ground. Feet out to the side. Start to make some big circles with your shoulders through the center. Switch directions. Okay, inhale up your center, turn towards the side, and just lower down very gently. Come back to center. Lift up in the middle, turn towards the other side. Fold forward. Back to center, fold down in the middle. Reach arms out in front of you, big scoop up, elbows out to the side, bring all that breath down. Exhale, hands out to the side, bring it all back to your center. Inhale, push forward, lift up. Inhale, push forward, lift up. Okay, bring your feet in, knees out to the side. And from here, just start to surrender your weight, your shoulder onto one knee at a time, relaxing in your neck and jaw. Let your head fall to one side. Relaxing between your shoulder blades, and then rock through center, go to the other side. Other side. And other side. All right, so checking on your space here. If you don't have enough room to make it through a full movement, you can just drop in on one side, slide to where you have arms, legs, and head off the ground, and then go back to where you started. Okay? So sliding in, and then back up. Dropping all the way in, slide in, arms, legs, and head off the ground, and then back up. Okay? If you have enough room to be able to do the entire thing, I want to ask you to really try to surrender all of the tension in your shoulders and your neck by allowing your head to go forward. So let all of your weight go forward. And then make it all the way across, right? And remember, you're not trying to collapse the inside of this circle, right? You're not trying to contract here. You're getting really long and just being the other half of the circle with the top half of you. So drape it over so that you can take up all this extra space in this part here, okay? All right, that looks really good. Everybody feel good? They've got enough of that one? All right, so meet me at active toes. Okay, one leg out to the side. There you go. And remember, you don't have to drop in for this at all, right? It's not part of the practice if you don't have room for it, as far as completing the front roll. So just lowering your center down, so your hip is on your ankle, raise it back up, lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down, place the hand behind your foot, use it to help you lift your hip up, big stretch back, look up towards the ceiling. lower your hip back down. Top arm swings past your face. Bottom arm reaches out and around. Shoulder gets placed down. Press your arms away from each other and your hip is up here. Surrender the weight of the top arm to reach it back all the way behind you. Then lower your hip back down to your ankle. Bottom arm swings back behind the foot. Top arm swings up past your face. Hips back up in the air. And drop your hip back down to the ankle. Top arm swings past your face. Bottom arm swings around to the foot. Shoulder blade down. Press your hands away from each other. Press your hip back to your ankle. Bring both feet together and switch sides. Okay, one leg out. Good, lower down, raise up. Lower down, raise up. Lower down, raise up. Lower down, raise up. Lower down, place that hand behind your foot. Use it to help you get your hip up in the air. Reach the top arm all the way back, look back. Take your hip back to your ankle, top arm swings past your face, bottom arm swings around to the foot, shoulder blade goes down, press hands away from each other. Drop your hip back down to your ankle, bottom arm swings around to behind the foot, top arm swings up past your face, big stretch back, look back. Drop your hip back down to your ankle, top arm swings past your face, bottom arm swings around to the foot. Press your hands away from each other. Drop your hip back down to your ankle and meet, come all the way back to Seiza. Okay? From here, fold forward, arms out to the side, big scoop up. Elbows out to the side, bring everything in. Opening here in heart space, forward. Good, now exhale, release. One more time, all the way out and around. Up, elbows out to the side. Fold forward. So, from here, go ahead and meet me standing up. All right, so from here, just start to shift your weight in Han knee, taking knee towards toes, knee towards toes. Settle your weight back just a little bit, hug your belly to your spine so that you really are pressing into this space behind you where it feels like nothing's there. But just using that as being able to trust that this space back here actually takes up weight, right? So as you push forward and back, this is not a contracted movement, right? You're taking up just as much space whether you're going forward or back. So use this motion of cutting your hands up from the side body, pressing from the back leg, pushing the arms up, and bring them back. Push up and bring back. Push up, bring back. Try to pace it with your breathing to where you're going to raise up and exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Pivot your feet, go to the other side. Try to let your hands fall to your hip points without letting them swing behind you. Let them fall intentionally, on purpose, and stopping them at the hip points.